Okay everybody, so welcome to the newest series. Now, if you follow us in depth on any of our, private close community groups or social media or YouTube, you will sometimes come across comments saying, Nick, Kelly, the YumCars team, why do you keep your rare, expensive, in some cases high-end cars super clean and tidy? I think I've just answered that one because they're expensive, sometimes high-end and super rare cars, So we don't drive 50,000 miles without washing them. We wash them, weekly, sometimes bi-weekly. Now on this one, I've got quite a special one for you. So as you know, one of our newest additions to our employment team is Marta. She is currently away back in Ukraine to see her husband and some of her extended family. But while she was away, obviously I said, leave your car here, I'm going to hook you up. So on this one is the right hookup. So as you're about to see through all the B-roll footage, that this car is 85,000 miles. It's not exactly the very best kind of example. It's not been kept. It's in our fleet now for about 4 weeks. I've on purpose not touched it for 4 weeks. And unfortunately, it's had quite a hard life. So on this one, we're going to undo the hard life and we're going to put all of our products to the test. And for the 0.1% of you saying, why do you clean a clean wheel? You're about to see a dirty wheel, okay? So there's no more comments like that should be seen on the series. So it's her first UK car. So again, we're trying to help her get the kind of algorithmic kind of infrastructure in place for her. So she needs to buy a car to build up her insurance profile in the UK because she started from zero technically. So this is, a decent car. This is a 2-litre diesel automatic. She's got a kid, so again, it's super safe. Audis have got a good safety rating. But the one thing that this car is lacking is our touch. Now, it's going to unlock that kind of prerequisite very soon because it's going to be super clean. And we're going to put some very nice pre-production products on here, which again, I'm going to show you through the later stages. But it's going to obviously receive full decon. We're going to give it a clay service as well because the paint is rougher than a night in jail. And then we'll see what we do. Whether we level the paintwork for a 1-2 stage, we will see, dependent. And then obviously all the pretty bits will come in kind of in tandem with pre-production, pre-development. There's going to be a right little mix of products that we're working on, and this car's going to look sweet. Let's go. All right, so as you have seen, the wheels are absolutely ditched. There's my swipe mark still, the traditional. Now I'm going to go with a 2-product combo here, is to even further showcase, the absolute killer properties of these two. So wheels and undress. Now I'm still going to pre-rinse. A lot of people will say, oh, well, don't pre-rinse, stuff like that. So for me, it works better. We're going to see exactly how much of the kind of caked on stuff we can knock off first. And then again, do the Archer full flush. I am going to hit the tire twice because this has got browning, purpling, greening. It looks like a fish and chip shop tire as well, full of just that cheap grease. So we're going to completely decon the tire and then we're going to just kind of rinse and repeat the process all the way around in all 4 corners. Now this whole, you know what? This wheel cleaner was actually specially designed for ultimate either high-end braking system, which dust a lot, or in this case, normal brakes that have just been completely neglected. And this is going to do some serious power. I mean, just look at that. It's absolutely disgusting. Now, as I said, I am going to hit the tire twice. So I'm going to let that dwell. Look, it's already just running brown, just terrific. So I'm going to let the barrels of the wheels dwell the longest because it's obviously probably the most contaminated. And I'm going to just take our unbelievable Detail Factory brush. On this one, I'll give you a tip. On a wheel like this, I mean, this probably got, God knows, 5,000-6,000 miles of embedded brake dust. So I just kind of prime the brush at the same time, and that just gives me that little bit more bite and you've got the wheel cleaner at all times on every bristle. Now again, I still live by what I say, and you're gonna hear me say it again. I am not putting any pressure down. You let the product do the talking. I'm sure if I took a very stiff bristle brush with just pure water and enough scrubbing power, eventually I will get them clean. So, but that's not the point. You know, you don't want to come in here and just scrub the living hell out of the tires and the wheels. So just literally just move it around like I am there, and it's just coming off, as you can see, like a hot knife through very warm butter. You can't complain. Now the key thing to point out here is, because this car has been sat for so long without being cleaned professionally, what you might want to do, so again, I'm going to assess the wheel after I rinse it. You may need to do a spot treatment here and there. I'll tell you something now. Watch that, right? It's got one of them horrific recesses in the back. You get this wheel woody, look at that. It's like one of them toothpick things. It bends. And that recess is just getting hit beautifully. So the first one, I just want to get rid of that grease. It's going to be horrific. But you'll see the colour change in the foam in a second once I hit it twice. Look at that difference. Oos! Nice. Now, as I said, I am going to do a decon of the tyre twice. First of all, we got rid of that horrific grease. And now that you're going to see the foam is going to flash white. See that? It's just the corner bits. If you have missed any like little millimeter spot of the tyre, you will see a tiny bit of browning, but the whole tyre is just pretty much perfect. Boom, there we go. That's how you do a nice one-step quick decon on the first wheel. All right, so I'm bringing out my secret weapon, my big boy. So this is the turbo style nozzle from Switzerland, of course, from my friends at Mosmatic. It weighs around 2 kilos. So it's not like the typical bad stuff you find on eBay and Amazon for $19.99. This one is the real deal. Now I'm going to show you just exactly how much this can bring out of the arch liners. Watch this. So basically what I've just achieved is I have just completely flushed the arch, which is carpeted in nature, without actually using a single product. Now, I will follow up with the larger wheel woolly when it's got the foam on in there. And I'm just going to obviously give it kind of a clean, and then I'll hit it again with the turbo nozzle, and that will be spotless carpets. Now, embedded brake dust, I hate it. And this is why I keep saying to you guys, if you've got normal traditional brakes, obviously not carbon ceramics, use the wheels at every wash. People say, oh my God, it's overkill. Trust me, it's not. Wheels, undress, combined with the wheel foam for your maintenance. Now with these, again, I'm not using wheel foam purely as a demonstration of what a one product can do. Now, if you've got wheels that are loved and you just want to add that extra alkalinity to your wash, because wheels is pH neutral. So if you want to add a bit of alkalinity, you want to add some fantastic cleaning power and of course slickness. Now obviously these wheels are unfortunately too far gone for talking about slickness, because this wasn't in our possession early on in its life. You would of course use wheel foam. This wheel woolly is a lifesaver, you know, this extra small one. If you watch my video on obviously wheel woolies a few weeks back, you would have seen that obviously I've said there's no jack of all trades. I mean, this has got a horrific, you know, the disc guards. So I used the medium on the front and I thought, no, I'm going to tear it up too much. So I've just resorted to the small one on all 4 wheels. It's just easier. But if the brake guard wasn't there, I would be in here with a large and the medium. But the designers of this specific model year Audi have decided to give us enthusiasts an extra hard time. See, I love doing check cleans. It just ensures that everything's prepped properly. Alright guys, so the beta project, step 1 is complete. The wheels are deconned, the tires are deconned. We're ready to move into now deconning the paint. So again, we're going to be talking about pre-washes, contact wash, what do we do in a car of this state. So the next episode should be quite exciting, and I look forward to completely stripping the paint back to as original as possible, and then we can move from there. I'll see you guys soon.